Check 1, 2, check.
Nope, seems to be working.
Hi, you made it.
It's on the Borealis as we go. Okay, that's good.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2 2. Check 1 2.
Sure. Good afternoon, everyone. See, we have a few final people filing in. Before we get started, if you have put your ring on, take it off. There's a particular moment in the ceremony that the ring comes in, so just make sure your ring is off your fingers right now. So it is my privilege on behalf of the National Board of Governors of the Order of the Engineer to preside and to welcome you to this ceremony. I'm Dr. Craig Merritt. I am the Link 61 coordinator of the Order of the Engineer. I'm also an associate professor in the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. Joining me today on the platform party, we have quite a representation across all the departments. So we have Dr. Ross Taylor from Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering, Dr. Eric Backus from the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, Dr. Ken Visser from Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering, our Dean, Dr. Bill Jemison, Dr. Marcius Martinez from Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering, and on the second row, we have Dr. Laurel Cookhouse from Mechanical and Aerospace, Dr. Kathy Eisen from Mechanical and Aerospace, Dr. Gudat Samadi from Mechanical and Aerospace, and last, the Chair of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering, Dr. Brian Hallenbrook. So before we can present you with the rings, we have to go through some of the history about the ring, the order, why is the ring important, and there's an oath that you all have to take. And then we get to the fun interactive part where everything becomes a bit of a scramble, but we'll hold that for a little bit later. So first, to describe the history of the order, I'd like to turn this over to Dr. Taylor.
This ceremony presents an opportunity for us to take a pledge and to recall that the professional purpose of engineering involves the pursuit of a learned art in the spirit of public service. By following the acceptance of the obligation, the individual engineer reinforces similar efforts of his or her peers, realizing that in unity there is strength. In the early 20th century, engineers in Canada had similar sentiments. They believed that a need existed to foster camaraderie among engineers. In 1925, the ritual of the calling of an engineer began in Canada. The words of the Canadian ritual were written by the English author Rudyard Kipling, who saw engineers as the builders of things that were intended to benefit mankind. The Canadian ceremony includes the placing of a wrought iron ring on the small finger of the individual's working hand and repeating the oath. It is difficult to visualize any better symbolism than that of a ring worn for all to see and saying, in effect, "Here is an engineer." dedicated to a publicly avowed obligation to the profession and to those it has served. In 1966, a group of engineers in Ohio, with members of several engineering organizations, began to pursue a separate organization and distinct ceremony with similar intentions to elevate the profession and serve the public. The objective of what came to be called the Order of the Engineer. While the deliberations of this group were in progress, seniors of Fenn College of Engineering of Cleveland State University, counseled by Dean Burl Bush, designed and held a ring ceremony and reception on June the 4th, 1970. Each participant signed a creed and received a plain stainless steel ring placed on the small finger of his or her working hand. 170 engineering seniors and engineering faculty members took part in this first ceremony. Since then, the movement has spread rapidly throughout the United States. Such is the story of an increasing acceptance of the Order of the Engineer, as it is known in the United States today. The stainless steel ring symbolizes the strength and unity of the profession and provides an identifying mark of an engineer.
Thank you, Dr. Taylor. The ring is part of the larger order, so to describe the significance of the order, I'd like to invite Dr. Backus to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Merritt. The Order of the Engineer, to which you will soon belong, if you can put the ring on, is an independent organization. The purpose is to foster a feeling of pride and dedication to that profession which binds us together. You are asked to accept with pride the meaning of the ceremony to which you are about to subscribe. The obligation should be freely given and the responsibility gladly accepted. The order is symbolized by acceptance of an obligation and the wearing of a stainless steel ring on the little finger of the working hand. The obligation is the formal statement of an engineer's responsibilities to the public and to the profession. It is a creed similar to the oath attributed to Hippocrates that is commonly taken by medical graduates, in which sets forth an ethical code. The obligation likewise contains parts of the canon of ethics of major engineering societies. Initiates, as they voluntarily accept it, pledge to uphold the standards and dignity of the engineering profession and to serve humanity by making the best use of Earth's precious and limited resources. The obligation is a composite of several creeds. It emphasizes the fact that we, as engineers, have certain obligations. It promotes honesty and integrity and recognizes today's engineers are dependent upon their predecessors for their skills. Thank you.
Now, the ring that you'll be wearing has a certain significance, so I'll invite Dr. Visser to explain the significance of the ring.
The ring, a symbol of pride, prestige, honor, and professionalism among all engineering in the United States, also serves as a reminder to the engineer of our obligation to society. The symbol of your desire to serve the public is the engineer's ring. The ring you will wear on the small finger of the working hand will say to all who see it, "Here is an engineer, possessed of a publicly avowed dedication to the profession and to the public that we serve." It is our symbol. Wear it for all to see. It is a badge of recognition which will become known to all as the sign of a learned professional pledged to make the best use of the earth's precious wealth. Thank you.
So the next step is the acceptance of the oath. So Dr. Cookhouse will lead you through the oath.
Will all the candidates for induction into the Order of the Engineer please rise and face the audience? Will all current members of the Order of the Engineer please stand? That includes anyone who's in the stands. All right. Candidates for the Order of the Engineer is an independent movement. The purpose is to foster a feeling of pride in and dedication to our profession. Your membership in the Order is symbolized by the acceptance of an obligation and the wearing of the stainless steel ring on the little finger of the working hand. There are no meetings other than this ceremony, and there are no dues. It is with humility that we take this pledge. Please, everyone, locate the pledge that is on the backside of your program, which is in your folder if you're about to get a ring. All right, and candidates, you will read this pledge with me. Others in the audience, you may follow along with your eyes on the back of the program. So, candidates, raise your right hand and recite with me the obligation of an engineer. I am an engineer. I take deep pride. To it, I owe solemn obligations. As an engineer, I pledge to practice integrity and fair dealing, tolerance and respect, and to uphold devotion to the standards and the dignity of my profession, conscious always that my skill carries with it the obligation to serve humanity by making the best use of the Earth's precious wealth. As an engineer, I shall participate in none but honest enterprises. When needed, my skill and knowledge shall be given without reservation for the public good. In the performance of duty and with deep fidelity to my profession, I shall give my utmost.
Thank you. All right, all the candidates, you can turn back to the stage. Please be seated. And so the next step is where we will present your ring. So you will need to get your ring out either from within the folder or if you had it in your pocket already. How this will work, we'll have each major stand, then all of us will swarm down and present you your ring. So each of a faculty member has to put the ring on you. So please keep your ring handy until one of us have come by. To make things a little bit more even, we'll start with civil engineering. So civil engineers, please stand. And if our link faculty can make their way down. All right, so civil engineer may be seated since environmental engineering should be nearby. Yeah, so since you're on the next row, if you can please step forward so it's easier for us to access you. Mechanical engineering, please stand. And please come forward and approach any of the faculty. Yeah, there's some people free on the left here. Chemical engineering, if you can step out. But it seems that Professor Taylor is doing all of Chem-E. Engineering and management, please stand and come forward. Computer engineering, electrical engineering, and software engineering. If you please stand. And last, but certainly not least, aerospace engineering. Please stand. So congratulations to all of our students. Now, wearing that ring comes with certain responsibilities and obligations, and to bring you up to speed about what those obligations entail, I'd like to invite Dr. Martinez to the podium.
responsibility and ethics and obligations. Fellow engineers, you are now joining the ranks of the profession, and for those continuing your professional careers, allow me the privilege of saying that we are proud to have you join us. Working together to strengthen the professional bond between us, as you have just demonstrated, will go a long way towards guaranteeing the future of our profession. The engineering environment today is highly sophisticated, highly complex, and is totally demanding of our ingenuity to protect the environment and the public safety, health, and welfare. All this while improving the quality of life. The profession of engineering is not an easy path to follow. It has a challenging profession requiring commitment to ethics and excellence. Your engineering education is the first accomplishment in your professional career. But other recommendation steps are as follows. First, in your striving to advance, continue your pursuit of technical excellence. Continue to study through formal education and through relevant self-study programs. Enhancing technical proficiency today is a must. University continuing education programs and professional workshops offer this opportunity, so enroll. Second, contribute to your community. Serve on planning boards, school boards, town committees, serving the public, serve clubs, and in chambers of commerce, get involved. Third, contribute that extra effort to your employer. You'll be surprised what this can mean to you in your professional development and professional returns. Fourth, become licensed under the law in the state where you reside. You have invested significant time, effort, financial resources to obtain an education in engineering, an area of specialization. Over your long life, registration can be very helpful to you in terms of upward mobility, professional success, and to contribute to society. Finally, join your professional organizations such as, for example, IAAA, ASME, American Society of Civil Engineering, just to name a few. Any professional technical organizations relevant to your discipline. These societies can give you a great opportunity to step up and be counted. They will help spread your professional wings. So accept my sincere congratulations for a job well done and my best wishes for a future career in which you, your university, and your colleagues will be proud. Congratulations.
So today we have a commencement speaker, Dr. Kathy Eisen. And Dr. Eisen joined the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering about 24 years ago. She was and has been a significant mentor to many students. A number of you may have had her in different sophomore level courses. She has also been a mentor to the faculty. And she's a fellow Illini. So it's my pleasure to welcome Dr. Kathy Eisen to the podium.
Thank you. So first of all, I'd like to point out, some of you know this already, I'm actually retiring from Clarkson, and so this is, well, yesterday was my last lecture. I guess today's going to be my last speech. So thank you all for coming. I know you didn't come to see me, but thank you. The first thing I want to do is congratulate the, can you hear me all? Okay, okay. So I'm not used to a microphone. So I want to congratulate the class of 2024. You experienced great suffering at the beginning of your time here. The fall of 2020 was probably the most difficult time that any first-year class has ever experienced at any university before or since. And yet you survived, and you adapted, and you persisted, and eventually you flourished. And so I just want to congratulate you on doing that and all the craziness that you had to go through. In addition to normal first-year things, all the things that you had to overcome. And it seems like a long time ago, but on the other hand, it wasn't that long ago. So congratulations on persisting and getting to this point. So first of all, and I think if you survived that and you're still here, you can do anything. How much worse could it be, right? So I think you can do anything, so be proud of that. A couple of things I wanted to talk about are, I thought about what would you be interested in. It's common for my advisees to ask me questions about careers. And so let me just talk about a couple common things. The first one often is, how do I know if I took the right job? Well, you don't know, actually. You're not going to know. You don't know ahead of time, certainly. You're not going to know until you do that job for a while. Your career is an experiment, and you're just going to collect data along the way, and every time you take a job, you're going to look at what you like and what you don't like, and you're going to keep track of those things. What kinds of jobs do you like? What kinds of people do you like? Do you like to be on teams? Do you hate to be on teams? You like desk work, you like field work. Keep track of all of those things as you go along. You're collecting data in this big experiment that's called your career. The other thing you want to do, especially earlier in your career, is get out and meet people at your company. It's easy to just stay in your little work group, but you want to go out to different parts of the company and talk to people about what they do in their job, and whether they like it and what they don't like about it, and what are the best parts. Again, just collecting as much data as you can about the career world that's out there. And so then, when you do make a job change, and you will, it's only faculty stay in jobs for 30 or 40 years. Everybody else moves around. I mean, I think most people stay at their first job maybe 5 years. So you will change jobs, and you're going to change some things. And just keep in mind what you liked and what you didn't like. And what I always did when I changed a job is I tried to get rid of some things I didn't like, and I tried to get more of some things that I did like. And I think that's the best, that you can do, is just to treat it as an experiment. So you are going to face some difficult career decisions. I've faced some in my life where you're trying to choose between job A and job B, or you're going to take this job, or you're going to stay with your current job. And so go back to your data set and remember what makes you happy. What kind of work has made you happy and made you feel energized? What kind of work has made you feel drained and crabby? What kind of people do you like to work with? How do you like to work with people? And then talk to people who know you well, your family, your friends, your colleagues, because they can also help you make decisions. They see aspects of you that you don't see yourself, and sometimes they can be helpful. So analyze all the options. You're all engineers. You're good at analyzing. So do the analysis. I always do analyses before I make decisions. However, you also have to listen to your heart, to your gut instinct, because your subconscious knows things that your conscious engineering brain doesn't know. There is another half to your brain, an emotional side, a heart side, a gut instinct side. You need to listen to that side sometimes. Engineers often ignore this in favor of logic. And I can tell you that you need both your logic and you need your heart, or your passion, your gut instinct to make good career decisions. I can give you examples from my own career. Some of the worst career decisions I ever made was when I did not listen to my gut instinct. And the example I will give you is my first management position in industry. And I should have been happy, right? I mean, my first chance to be a supervisor, have people report to me, get a full height office. And my gut instinct was telling me it was just the worst thing ever. I mean, it was my stomach was in a knot, and I said, not again, just thinking about it. It was horrible, and I knew it was wrong. I didn't know why. The logical side of my brain couldn't figure it out. And so I went and did it anyway. And it was horrible. I figured out why I didn't like it, but it was horrible. So if I'd listened to my gut instinct, maybe I would have figured out why I shouldn't have taken that job. And then trusting your gut instinct. The fact that I'm standing up here is one of those, because I decided to quit my job in industry and go back full time to get a doctorate so that I could become a professor. And that's like jumping off a bridge with a bungee and hoping it's attached, And so I mean, that was a gut instinct decision, right? I mean, none of the logic made any sense. Why would you do that? You're on management track at a Fortune 500 company. Why did you go back and get your doctorate? Because my gut instinct told me to do it. So just think about those things when you're making decisions. And then related to that, I have a quote, one of my favorite quotes. This is from David Lloyd George, one of the prime ministers of Britain. Don't be afraid to take a big step if one is indicated. You can't cross a chasm in 2 small steps. So me quitting my job and going back full-time as a grad student, that was a chasm. That was a big step, right? And so when you're faced with those, sometimes you just got to go for it, right? Sometimes an incremental change is not going to get you where you need to be. So those are a few bits of career advice that I have learned over the years, and hopefully some of them will be useful to you. The last thing I wanted to do is just read a statement. I believe that one of the things we all have to do, one of the things I've learned at Clarkson from students really, is to be a good person, to be good to yourself and to be good to others. And so I've got a Native American parable, and I just want to read it to you. An old Cherokee who is teaching a young person about life says, "A battle goes on inside of every person. It is a battle between two wolves. One wolf is evil. It is anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego. The other wolf is good. It is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith." The young person thinks about this and asks, "Which wolf will win?" The old Cherokee replies, "The one you feed." So, feed your good wolf. Thank you so much, and congratulations, engineering class of 2024.
Thank you, Dr. Eisen, and congratulations on your retirement. You'll definitely be missed in the halls at Clarkson, but I hope your retirement is enjoyable and exciting. I welcome each of you to the privileges and the obligations of the Order of the Engineer. This ring is a reminder of our calling. Your certificate is your creed. It bears your name and signature. It is your pact with your profession. Read it thoughtfully, regard it with humility. Wear your ring proudly and with distinction, for you are an engineer. I ask the audience to join me in congratulating the newest members of the Order of the Engineer. Congratulations, all of you. So 2 administrative items. The first one is we'll relocate the ceremonial ring to the floor, so if you want to take group pictures with it, you're welcome to. You're welcome to hold it, just don't drop the ring. I think it's the only one we have. Second, I know there seems to be some missized rings. I will be out front where you picked up your folders with my sizing kit, and we'll try to get your rings sorted out. You're welcome to swap with your neighbors. This is an opportunity to make a new friend, and this happens at the Canadian ceremonies too. Sometimes the rings don't quite match. But give me about 10 minutes to get set up out there before you come see me. In the meantime, congratulations, and thank you all for participating.